I'm just gonna share the link. Oh, it's so slow. It just gets so fucking slow. I've got a cold as well, as you know.
Yeah, it's not fun.
No one's watching, so it's fine.
Not yet.
I like doing the little squiggly thing. So trying to find out when I'm gonna get my money. I know I shouldn't be talking about money, but like, you know, when you plan to have this much and then you plan for this.
Mm. God. Keyboard sound in this.
Sorry. Yeah, because it's right. Because my mic is right in front of it. Like, is this the? I'm not sure if I'm using the right mic. Let me just double check it.
It sounds good. So I think it is.
Yeah, no, it is that one. Yeah, because if I turn it to my external, if I turn to this one, this is this one here.
Mm.
Can you tell the difference? Probably not.
I don't know.
What about now?
I suppose it does. I don't know.
Okay, well, either way.
So what are we talking about?
Well, I actually had something I wanted to talk about. Also have a lot of other stuff to do. So this is like going to be my doing stuff and talking stuff time.
Mm.
I want to talk about the new iPhone that just got released yesterday, literally yesterday, sometime in the past 12 hours.
I was not aware of this at all because I don't keep up.
Yeah,
with
so this, I know, but there's a new, so what's going to happen is they're going to have the iPhone, like, so, you know, I've got the iPhone 7, and there's the iPhone 7 Plus, and then there's the iPhone 8, and the iPhone 8 Plus, I think. Like, I don't think they did a 7. Do they do a, no, they did do a 7S. I have the iPhone 7, but there's a 7S. Shows how much I know. And then what's going to happen is they're going to do an 8 and an 8 Plus. Then they're going to do an iPhone X or an iPhone 10. So the iPhone 8 looks like pretty much like, it's not cracked, by the way. It's just the screen protector's broken.
Come with cracks?
Yeah, it comes. Shut up.
I want my money back.
So you can't really tell if there's a picture of my cat. You can't really tell, but it's like my screen protector's a bit scuffed. Anyways, so the iPhone 8 looks like this, pretty much like stock standard. It's just an upgrade of iPhone 7. The iPhone X is the one that everyone's kind of going batshit over because apparently so what they did was, I don't know what the point is with releasing the iPhone 8 because obviously everyone wants the iPhone 10. I just realized my face looks really flat because like it just looks like I have eyeliner and lipstick. I don't, sorry. Oh, speaking of which, I did clean up my background. Like the desk was a mess last time. It still is kind of a mess, but I cleaned it up a little and then I cleaned up this kind of, not really, but I tried.
That's right.
Sorry, it's just like squeezing my head. Yeah, so the new iPhone pretty much is like all glass, back and front, and then there's no home button. It's got facial detection, so whenever you pick up your phone, it just unlocks because of your face. And it's supposed to recognize you with makeup and like if you were like, I don't know, plastic surgery.
Yep.
So that's that, yeah. And it's like, it's got like a super retina screen, all this other stuff. That's like, to me, that's the new iPhone. I feel like they only made the iPhone 8 for those who didn't want to pay, like, because the new iPhone, the iPhone X, I'm going to call it the X, some people call it the 10. I just think X sounds better than 10 because my OCD is kicking in and I'm thinking, why isn't there an iPhone 9? But like, yeah, so, well, numerically, there should be an iPhone 9. Just saying. Sure. But because I think because they had the iPhone S and all that stuff, that's why they're like a year behind. Because it's technically the phone's supposed to be like their 10-year anniversary phone, or I don't know, since the original iPhone came out. Anyways, so the iPhone X has was it 64 GB and then a 256. So they got rid of the 128 GB. The 64 GB is I think 1400 or 1500.
Yeah.
This 256 GB is $1,800. Like, that's a lot of money for a phone. I mean, it's not like, obviously smartphone, but still, like, it's a lot of money, even for Apple, to charge for a phone.
I don't know why you need that much.
I'd get it, but I'd get it on a plan, get it on a mobile plan. But yeah, like, that's pretty much that. It's like, PR, Apple PR. It's like, it's beautiful. Like, the phone's beautiful, and it's like, it's like the ad is like, shh, and it's nice. Is the one viewer? Can I say, is the one viewer your dad again?
Probably. Most likely.
Because last time we didn't know, we were just like, oh, it's one viewer. I'm gonna try and get two. I'm gonna try and get Quinn to watch or something. He's probably not gonna watch.
It's fine. It stays up.
Yeah, but that's the iPhone. I'm gonna get it. Like, I know I'm getting fucking duped, but I'm gonna get it. So, also, while I was talking, I found out that Jetstar is now doing Afterpay. So we're not promoting anything. I just wanted to say that because now I can afford my air tickets.
Okay.
So, because I was like, I had a few, no, but like I wanted to go to Japan, and I wasn't sure not that I couldn't afford it, I just didn't know if it was worth putting the money out to do it, and if it was just like, oh, maybe I should just go next year, because I also wanted to go to Europe. But now I'm like, it's fine, because I just pay for it over a series of pay weeks. I've already got like 3 Afterpay things ready, but it's fine.
Cool.
GG. Yeah. That's all. I felt like I could have had that conversation for a bit longer, but nah.
Phones aren't that interesting.
I mean, I would get it. Sorry. I'm like invested in Apple. You know me. I'm like in the Apple zone. Okay.
So we're not going to talk
about
Valerian, or
we're talking about Valerian on our podcast. Ren, you know this.
I know. But it sucks.
We have a lot to say about it. It does suck, yeah. Like, it was funny because we were watching it and then the credits like start rolling, and literally, like, me and Ren just go and like turn to each other with this look of just like, oh my fucking god. Yeah. Well, that's what it is. Like, it's shit. Like, well, it's not shit. Actually, you know what? I think aesthetically it's very pretty. It's like a very pretty kind of film. As I said, I'm a sucker for pretty things. But like, it's sad. It's so pathetically like, oh.
It's got problems from the moment it opens.
Yeah.
It's the first thing that they do is the most cliched thing you can do in a sci-fi.
Oh my god, it's actually so cringe. I don't even want to talk about it because it's just like
they have a montage of this big space station being assembled by every race on Earth, and then alien races start joining, and it's all to the tune.
And they're playing yeah, and you're like, oh.
And everybody's shaking hands, and everybody's just like, yeah, peace.
Yeah, that's not how it works at all. Like, if we can't get peace in this world, like on this Earth planet, on Earth, no way in hell is it going to happen on like whatever that was. Yeah, and like
the aliens.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, oh, aliens, we have to have peace now.
They're shaking hands, and they know what that means.
Yeah.
And then,
there's like a group of people come in and bow, and you're just like,
yeah. But what I thought was funny about that is, like, you could tell that they were struggling from like a marketing perspective of selling this film, because they had stuff like Rutger Hauer as being one of the top billed actors at the start of the film, And he's the guy who has a speech at the end of that Space Oddity sequence to camera, because he's like big president or whatever,
Yeah.
and then he's never seen again. That's only because he's a, you know.
Well, this is one of the only films Rihanna's ever been in, and like Rihanna, I love you. You're a great artist to me. Just to me. I mean, Ren, I don't know what you think about Rihanna, but to me, like I really enjoy Rihanna's music, and it was so obvious, like that they could only afford maybe 15, 20 minutes of her screen time. So they kind of compensated with that by, you know, animating parts of her and like, you know, all this other stuff. And they're just killing her off. She's just like, you're dead. Okay, bye, bitch. Bye. Fuck you. Like, yeah. That was literally like her role. So I'm just cleaning out my wardrobe, my drawer, because it's dirty. Sorry. But we'll talk more about that in the podcast, because like there's just so much that went wrong in that film. I mean, I wouldn't say it sucks. It's just very blatantly average. Like it's not the good type of average. It's the this is bad average. This is like, you know, Logan Lucky we discussed was kind of like a very genuinely good film. It's enjoyable, but it was very average. Whereas this film is like, oh no, this is bad. I kind of regret paying money for this, but at the same time, you know, there's nothing specifically bad. There's just a whole lot of bad. Does that make sense? Probably not.
There was one really bad part which I have to mention, which is it was because the films that Luc Besson, who's famous for many movies, and he did a lot of good stuff early on in like the 90s.
You're not too soft, Ren. Ren, you're too
soft.
soft. Yes, I'm sorry.
Soft.
You were too loud before.
Too loud, too soft. It's one or the other.
That sounded really wrong, but never mind. Sorry. I'm sorry.
What was I saying? Yeah, so Luc Besson's made, you know, Leon the Professional and La Femme Nikita, The Fifth Element, and all that. And he did write Taken, I believe, with Liam Neeson, the first one. I don't know whether he wrote the sequels, I can't remember. But
the first one's the only decent one, though.
Yeah, the first one's the only one that's got any quality. And the first one has the whole, you know, I'll find you and I'll kill you line, followed up by the guy on the other end of the phone saying good luck. And that's exactly what happens in one scene of this. He's referencing his own film. It was, I just thought it was stupid.
That guy, you know what? I thought what was going to happen with that villain was that he was going to come back.
But he never did. He was played by John Goodman as well. His voice was John Goodman, and I'm like, why didn't they? Well, they probably couldn't afford him either.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying.
That's funny because they spent a whole lot of money on it too.
Well, like I said, the animation, like there was a lot of animation. It's like it was very similar to Avatar, like not the Last Airbender, the other one.
James Cameron movie.
Neither of them are very good, but the other one, the better than
I'd
worst.
say Avatar's better.
Neither of them actually. One of them is forgettable, and the other one is remembered for the wrong reasons. So that's not true. Yeah, because like James Cameron's Avatar, it's like what happens?
Well, you know, they go onto a planet, and they need a thing that is called unobtainium. Clues in the name about what's going to happen with that.
It's unobtainium. They obtain it? What?
How did you guess? They're going to have a real big problem.
Well, if you think about the plot of Valerian, it's literally like these blue creatures who've lost their planet because of humans.
Yes.
Which is like Avatar, which is like
evil humans.
Yeah, evil.
So evil.
Yeah.
We should all live in beach vaginas like they do on that planet, which was a weirdest thing I've ever seen.
No, they were conch. Like, is that how you pronounce it? Conch shells? They were just seashells, giant seashells.
Well, that's not what me and Kenji saw.
You stop making everything so friggin' vulgar.
Yeah, their production budget was $177 million.
Yeah, well, that's where it all went, to vagina shells. Like, God damn it, Red.
And the few names that were in it.
Yeah, like Rihanna for 20 minutes, and then Kara can't pronounce her fucking last name for a little bit for the whole film.
Yep. The witch.
The witch.
Suicide Squad. Yeah.
She was just very average. I'm sorry, Cara. You're a really good model. You're very attractive.
I think she was better than Dane DeHaan in this.
Oh yeah, probably.
Because I think he was horrendously miscast as apparently a bad boy character, and he doesn't.
I think they would have been better. They would have been better off casting. I mean, I don't know who. I don't know any new like.
You know what it is? It's just that Chris Pratt can only do so many movies a year. And they all want him, and they write characters for him, I bet, and then they can't get him.
Yeah, unfortunate. Poor unfortunate people.
They obviously wanted him for the Mummy, but they got Tom Cruise instead, and he fled to play the part.
Who's like a new kind of teenagey, that age bad boy? Because I only know like older actors, the ones that like Zac Efron. I don't know. That's probably a really bad choice. I don't know.
I don't know young actors.
Neither do like I only know. You know what? There's actually some actors that are younger than me now, and it weirds me out because I'm like, you can't be younger than me. Like, you should be in school.
It's like, how old is Tom Holland? Because I feel like
he's like 19. He's like 20 or 19. Some fucking wick-wack age that I'm like wick-wack. Some weird ass age. I suppose. Yeah, he's like 19. I'm like, dude.
So they actually cast Spider-Man appropriately.
Yeah. I'm just going through my receipts now. So.
Okay.
This is just Linda downtime. What are you saying? I bought.
It's just sitting at the desk and doing random stuff.
Sorry, I'm just really confused because on here it says I bought a Batman bib cape, a tie, a romper, printed leggings.
What are you dressing Nugget up in now?
Oh no, I think this was for a baby shower. I got this for a baby shower.
Oh, another person's cat.
Yeah, another person's cat. Another person's for a baby. I don't know what the fuck all this is. What the fuck? I actually did find the receipt. This is like what they gave me to like proof of purchase when I adopted Nugget. So I do have that I also found.
That's good.
This is like so precious to me.
I found out how old my cat is the other day.
I'm like, wait, Shade or Aries?
Yeah, Shade.
How old is
She's
Shade?
11.
She's an old soul. Oh my gosh. So old. Like, not that that's a bad thing. It's just old.
Yeah.
Oh. Is that why she's always so grumpy?
She's been grumpy.
She's always grumpy.
5.
I've got 3 of the same iPhone cases. They're all 3 just variations of the same thing.
Then you should put them all on at the same time, and then it'll never break. Ever.
This is very dirty, though. Oh my god, I need to clean that. Okay. Yeah. What was I going to say? I'm like
Is there anything in particular you want to talk about for this?
Well, I want to talk about the iPhone, but you don't have any opinions about it, so...
I knew absolutely nothing about it.
That's not the point.
My opinion is I don't care.
You don't? That's why?
Done.
That's it. Okay, well... Okay, so what else did I say?
I started watching Narcos Season 3. That's one thing I can say.
Oh, Kenji watched Tokyo Ghoul. I didn't watch it. He watched it.
Okay.
He said it was shit. He said it was shit. The ending was crap.
I tried to watch it, but I
know you did. I'm probably gonna go try and watch it again as well. But I only watched the first episode like ages ago, and I never really watched anything else.
That's good.
Yeah.
I'm very hyped for Stranger Things 2.
Oh, I am excited for that.
That's great.
I'm excited for
Kingsman.
Yeah. You already knew what it was gonna be before I even said it.
I knew. We're all looking forward to Kingsman 2.
This is what I found. It's a pin, but it's got Saitama's face on it. I've also got these. I remember Pokemon Go was a big thing.
So, is it still, or isn't it?
No, it's not. Like, fuck off.
I never
actually, Kenji went to Japan and played it. And it was actually pretty good in Japan.
Huge there.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. But then this is like Team Frozen Chicken, and then this is Team Zappy Chicken. get it because it's like I actually kind of like these. But I get why do I have these in here though? Like I don't know where these came from. That's the problem. They're just sitting in my drawer.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
then we're just gonna have to make the Australian alternative called Wolf Creek Go, where you're looking for tourists to kill.
No, but I was. You capture me, you like throw an axe at them.
Yeah, you get up behind them in a car and you stab them through the spine.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
While saying, that's not a knife.
This is a knife.
That'd probably take off overseas too, I reckon. Everybody likes Wolf Creek.
That's true, yeah. Imagine if there was something like a Blair Witch Project where you just go around filming things and then shit jumps up out of you.
It's not Snapchat. It's pretty horrifying most of the time.
Yeah, you're not wrong, actually. I'm like,
It's scarier than Blair Witch Project.
Blair Witch Project wasn't scary, but the idea of it terrified me.
I get why people flock to see it. I just don't.
Yeah. Apparently, it made people like faint in the cinema.
Yeah, but they say that about Paranormal Activity.
That's true.
Paranormal
Activity was
occasionally a door slams in that movie.
The door slams, someone passes out. Someone passes out. I actually. Oh my god! I just
on the subject of horror movies, though, it seems that we're currently in a good season for them, and we probably
not watching any of them. I refuse.
Mother.
No. Apparently, my friend, a friend of a friend, blah blah blah. She went to see it, and apparently it's not that scary. There's just like a few jump scares, which I hate. So
jump scares suck.
Like movie.
I've heard there's a lot of jump scares, but it is still pretty good. Like still a pretty decent movie. I've heard that they actually embraced their R rating and they did some pretty messed up shit.
Like the gangbang?
No, they didn't do that.
Oh.
Not that. They didn't go that far. But yeah, apparently, like, because one of the famous scenes, obviously, from the original and the book and all that sort of stuff, is the is Pennywise popping up in the sewer.
Yeah.
And, talking to the kid, giving him his little paper boat back. And then in the novel, he gets eaten, like, pretty much. Like, he just, like, starts eating him. And then in the TV movie, obviously, they couldn't show it, so they kind of just cut around it. And in the film, apparently, they just go, oh, yeah, and he just eats his arm on screen.
Wait, the kid's arm?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. I didn't know that was what happened. I haven't read the book, so I wouldn't know.
I haven't either. I've just read stuff about it because apparently it's just a pain in the ass to read, like lots of Stephen King, as you've mentioned.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's very good at description and everything, but he takes 20 years to get to where he needs to go.
Sorry, I need to hobble over. Okay. I mean, it's not. I don't know.
It's definitely a mark of how good his storytelling is when someone like Kubrick comes on to make The Shining and then cuts most of the book out.
That's true. I mean, what do you want, Ren? Stephen King.
I want the Stanley Kubrick version for everything.
I mean, he was a good writer for his time.
Yeah, of course. I'm not saying he's not a good writer at all.
I think he's like an acquired taste.
He's got editing problems. That's basically it.
He's an acquired taste.
Somebody needs to tell him to cut some stuff down.
So I'm just trying to get something in a container. This is a disaster.
What are you even doing? What is it?
It's like my SD cards and everything. I want to keep them together.
Okay.
And then now there's something stuck in here.
You say you'd watch some other anime the other day.
Oh, what have I watched? I watched. I don't know. I was watching BoJack Horseman for the last week, and I still haven't finished. But it's like it was really good. Like I'm hoping they end it soon because I know we were talking about Rick and Morty, and how we want Rick and Morty to end maybe the next season or this season.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping BoJack ends soon because it feels like it's coming to an end. When when the show's like, it looks like things are kind of coming to its climax, and then it's gonna like, finish off soon. Yeah. So I hope that it's gonna finish off soon. Who knows what the producers really want to do? I'm kind of hoping they don't kind of like, oh, this is a successful show, so we're gonna keep it going. Like I hope they don't think like that because that would kind of bum me out.
I don't think they work like that at Adult Swim. Anyway, as far as Rick and Morty goes.
Yeah.
They tend to just finish things when they finish them. And that's one thing I'm kind of glad of with Game of Thrones as well. They're not going to drag it out any longer.
No, I think we're going to end it soon. Like, I think all the actors in there as well want to kind of start doing other things. Hopefully. Maybe not.
Yeah. It's funny because I've only seen up to Pickle Rick this season.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
So, yeah.
So, I'm just once again doing my own thing. Just completely ignore me. Sorry.
You're the only other person in this conversation.
I know, you can just keep talking. I'll just be like, yeah, totally bad. Totally. I shouldn't be allowed in public.
That's true. You're just terrible in public.
Ha, funny.
When we went and saw Valerian last night, she kept going, "Is it echoing in here?" Saying it louder and louder to both of us. It's like, stop talking.
No. Well, it was because I've got a head cold, so everything's like blocked, so I can't really hear.
Maybe your head echoes.
It's that big, yeah, it echoes.
Yeah, and there's a big space between your ears.
I knew you were going to say that, and I was like,
No, so.
No, I'm not going to talk to you anymore. The rest of the stream...
This is going to be very boring then.
Yeah, the rest of the show is going to be 20 minutes of just me like...
That's good. That's fantastic. Wonderful.
Yeah.
So, anyway, tell us about BoJack. Tell us
BoJack Horseman.
And what's happened, and what do you think about it?
Spoilers if you haven't watched it, or if you want to watch it and you don't want to hear what happens. I know, click away, goodbye.
What's the concept?
But pretty much,
BoJack
Horseman is like this horse who was in this sitcom. What?
I said, no way. Just keep going. Ignore me.
He's a horse in a sitcom back in like in the 90s or 80s.
The 90s.
It was the 90s. I'm trying to remember the song. Yeah.
80s or 90s. I can't remember.
Yeah, it's a sitcom called Horsing Around.
It's supposed to be basically like Full House with a horse, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. So he was in it. It was really popular, and then the show was pretty much like how he deals with this fame afterwards, like 10 years, 20 years down the line. 10 years down, let's say 10, 20 years down the line. And like the first few seasons are like all this shit happening, and then the first season's about all this stuff happening. Second season, the third one's the one that just came out, I think.
Yes.
Or the fourth one.
So,
no, it's the third one. Yeah. Whatever. Either way, the season before this one, the current one, all this stuff happens. It kind of like starts funneling. You know how shows like funnel down to like one story. It's
about basically a
breast horse
once who was kind of not particularly talented, and he's got a huge like inferiority complex because of it. Basically, he like acts bigger than he is because he
hates himself. Though.
He wants to be like a great actor or anything, but he doesn't really have the talent for it. And he was only big because he suited this one role ages ago that was kind of crappy to begin with. Like, it's a pretty subpar sitcom. Everybody kind of thinks it's a joke. Even his agent, who's the cat,
yeah,
that he used to like sleep with him, thinks he's kind of a loser and all that sort of stuff. And
he is a bit of a loser.
He even basically has Aaron Paul, who's Jesse from Breaking Bad, living in his house as pretty much the same character, only he just stays a drug addict.
Yeah. So, like, spoilers, but what happens at the end of the previous episode is that one of his his ex-colleague,
co-star,
thank you, who became really popular. Like, she was kind of like she was supposed to, I guess, epitomize like, you know, kids who were famous from the start and got fucked around and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
She passes away, and he thinks it's kind of his fault. And so like this show kind of starts off with like him disappearing for like a few months and up to around a year, and then he comes back and like all this stuff happens. It's like not exactly the same type. Obviously the show's never going to stay the same, but like if you look at the first season, it's very kind of like him being an asshole and it being funny. Whereas this season's more like he's got fucking mental like depressive issues. Like he's a bit depressed.
It's a show that like I think it's like stuff that's hiding under the surface of Rick and Morty, but they don't obviously embrace it as much because Rick and Morty's a bit more fun. But
yeah,
I think the thing about BoJack Horseman, I haven't seen as much of it as you. I don't think. I think I've only seen the first 2 seasons, but what I have seen of it, I really like because it starts off. The first season's kind of just funny, and you think it's sort of just like any other animated like comedy these days, like Archer or Rick and Morty or South Park or whatever, where it's just kind of it's got its own little concept, but it keeps its humor within it. But then it sort of gets more serious, but not in a way that like departs from the show because it's still thematically about the same stuff.
Yeah.
It's still about, you know, fame and the pitfalls and all sorts of stuff, but it's like this is a really big problem that's starting to, you know, hurt people.
Yeah. Well, there's this one episode that's come out. Red hasn't seen it yet, but pretty much like is an inner monologue of what's going on in his head. So the first line of it is just like, I'm a piece of shit. You're a piece of shit. Like he's looking at himself and he's like, I'm a piece of shit. And like he's so upset at himself, but then he'll be like, he'll do something like stupid and be an asshole. And in his mind, he'll be like, don't do it. Okay, do it. And then he'll do it and he'll regret it. So it's quite interesting. That's probably one of the best episodes. That's probably one of the last episodes I watched because I haven't finished the series yet. But that's pretty good. Otherwise, like that's pretty much it. I haven't finished it, so
to me, it kind of feels a bit similar, not quite the same, but kind of a bit similar to F is for Family. That Bill Burr. Similar. Bill Burr's comedy, I think, is more. I think it's more funny than.
Yeah, this is more like way more like Well, I mean, BoJack Horseman is about a guy who's half a horse.
I know, but somehow it's more dramatic. I don't know how.
I didn't think it would work.
Half of LA is filled with different
animals. Yeah.
Even marine animals like whales and stuff.
Yeah.
Doesn't a whale present the news?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, because I remember
there's like a Navy SEAL and all that stuff.
There's a scene which made me crack up initially where it was like, what do you call it? Beyonce's coming out of a shop, and I think it was BoJack and I can't remember Aaron Paul's character's name on the top, and they're gonna like throw $1 bills off the roof. Beyonce falls over on it and hurts herself, and then the news goes down. They're just like, it seems that Beyonce's been knocked over by all the $. Was that all the $? Yes, all the $.
Oh, that's bills, the one like
bills.
Yeah, the really puntastic, the pun one. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, some good stuff on there. They do it very well. It's a good show. Yeah. I enjoy it. Although I need to get back into it now.
It is very good. It is
But while we're on the subject of Netflix, I suppose I better talk about Narcos.
You want to talk about? I was like, you're going to talk about Narcos. You want to talk about Narcos?
I haven't seen much of season 3 yet. I've only really seen the first episode.
Yeah.
It's good. It's promising. You know, it looks promising. But Narcos is a really good show. It's like half documentary. You know, half. It feels like half documentary, half a really well-made Scorsese movie. I may as well have just not said well-made. I just should have said Scorsese movie because all these films are well-made.
Yeah.
But it's got this sort of. The first 2 seasons are about the hunt for Lewis Navarro. As much as I think they can finish the show, went with that. And it's really interesting. It doesn't shy away from too much. It's pretty gritty, pretty violent.
You're telling me it's very just everything's out for show.
Yep. But like it's the whole political situation happening behind it is really interesting. So it's like, you know, Pablo, who started off as like just a basic smuggler, smuggling stuff like, I think it was just like electronics or cigars and stuff. you know, things that you would consider, yeah, they're like contraband, but they're not, or they're stolen or whatever, but they're not like drugs. And then it's like
Drugs.
one guy, I think they called the cockroach, like worked out how exactly to do this, you know, the whole cocaine in the jungle sort of thing to keep it away from the authorities. And then him and his cousin got involved and sort of like found out how he did it. And then as soon as he started like arguing about money, they just killed him. And it's basically just like the first season's almost like Pablo's rise to be basically the richest man in the world. He became, as in Forbes magazine, is the richest man in the world.
Yeah.
He managed to get cocaine into Miami, New York, you know, into America. It wasn't easy. The guy who helped him do that, they made a film about him, which we briefly talked about, which was American Made, Tom Cruise.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's basically the only reason I went to see American Made, is because it was related.
You said it was good, it just wasn't as good.
Yeah. It's kind of unfortunate in a way that Tom Cruise is in it. And I don't say that he's bad. I think it's because if he's in it, I think they have to do certain things differently.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it wasn't your typical Tom Cruise movie where he's just great. You know,
he's just
over everything.
Yeah.
It's fine. I mean, I think it's the only film that I can remember where Tom Cruise dies at the end. Spoilers. I don't know of any other film.
He technically dies in The Mummy and then comes back to life.
Yeah, it's not the same thing.
It's like but it's kind of like a cop out, isn't it? It's like you're dead, but you're not dead. You're just got no soul. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't care. That was
you don't care because you didn't even like that film. We really did not like that film.
It sucked as well. But yeah, first season is, and the way that they tell it is really interesting because they'll have, it's basically the actor who plays one of the American agents, DEA agents, who's overseeing, well, not overseeing, but helping the organization, is a part of the hunt for Escobar, who's played by the guy, I don't actually know his real name, but he's in Logan. He was the guy who was chasing Wolverine. It was like blonde guy.
Yeah,
I don't know the actor's name, but he's basically the mainish character in Narcos, who's narrating the whole story.
Yeah.
Because it's very much like the whole setup of the show really isn't just about Pablo Cena. It's also about him traveling to Colombia with his wife, their baby, and like how they were threatened as well. Because, you know, Pablo had people everywhere. He knew, you know, lots about you pretty much before you had worked it out, you know. So if you were after him, you probably knew who you were. And the other thing they did really well is because it had, like, there were a lot of things involving, like, elections, and there was, like, they called them narco-terrorists, or narcotics terrorists, because Pablo ended up, you know, like, blowing people up and all that sort of stuff just to send a message to the president of Colombia, who wouldn't back down and back off, trying to push him out. And then there were, you know, these guys called Los Pepes, who were like a pretty militant right-wing group who wanted him out of the country. And then at the same time, he had M19, who were a communist group who kind of helped Pablo, and then he killed them all, and all this other stuff. You know, it's very complicated, and they tell it really well. It doesn't get confusing. It just, like, explaining it is more confusing than actually watching the show.
Yeah.
But everybody plays it really well. Pedro Pascal from Game of Thrones, he played Prince Oberyn.
Yeah.
His head blown up.
It wasn't blown up, it was crushed.
Crushed, like a pimple that was popped.
Eyeballs first.
Yeah. But he's really good. The other guy leaves the show at the end of season 2 because he was only really involved, I think, in Escobar's case. I think he'd had enough. But then these guys called the Cali Cartel, who are also featured in the second season mainly of Narcos, are now the big cartel in Colombia, and now they're after them. And
Ren, I know you're trying to really hard to explain this to me, but I'm not going to remember this. This is like very complicated. I'm just like, my brain is being like...
I'm actually trying to remember myself because it's been a while since I've seen the second season. It's just, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, they ran it very differently. They owned most of like the telecommunications companies in Colombia, so they had like wiretaps on everybody, and they knew if you like were going to a police station or if you were in a cab or anything like that. You know, they knew everything. They knew if you got a call from the DEA, all that sort of stuff. You know, it's interesting.
Yeah, sounds
And
interesting.
unlike Pablo, they didn't want you to know that they'd killed people. They hid it like nothing had ever happened. So it's going to be good going to the third season. I'm interested to see
Yeah.
what happens. Yeah, that's my thing.
That's your tour.
So very well. And the other thing they do really well is mixing real footage with footage in the show.
Oh,
They have
yeah.
like political rallies and stuff like that happen, and then suddenly they'll cut to like news footage over time, the real candidates and whatever. There is a political assassination that happens during a rally in it, and they cut between the actual footage and the footage filmed for the show. That's really interesting.
Oh,
The way
yeah.
they do it. They've staged it really well. It blends quite well. Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
That's Narcos.
Oh. You have a way better description about your show than me, because I'm just like, it's like literally that's me. Just like That's my discretion. I'm like, it's good. Just go watch it.
So,
like
going,
I don't.
so there's this show, and it's about a horse,
Oh,
and
it's literally me.
and then he gets really depressed.
He does get really depressed. I kind of like BoJack. I wish he would just do something smart rather than stupid, though. Like, I think as a
I like
viewer,
Barnett as his voice.
oh yeah,
He's good. And he's Lego Batman as well.
Someone just texted me. Sorry. I didn't know that. Oh, actually, now that you mention it, does bear resemblance. Hi, Kenji. He just texted. He's like, "Yeah, your description of show sucks," and I'm like, "Fuck you." I know. Well, what other shows? I'm gonna watch. Oh, yeah.
The Disaster Artist's full trailer came out.
What's the Disaster Artist?
It's the movie.
Don't hate me for saying that.
Making of The Room.
Oh yeah. I do need to watch that. I do want to watch that. Really?
I'll wait to see it.
Excited. I pay money to watch that. I'm excited for that.
I saw the teaser for it, and it's like, you know, James Franco walks out of the thing, and it's like the famous scene of, "Oh, hi, Mark." And
it's like, I did not hit her. I did not.
Yeah. And I was thinking,
Oh, hi, Mark.
I was thinking, oh, his voice is decent, but I don't know whether he's really doing it right. And then
Yeah.
I've watched the trailer for like the whole proper thing.
Yeah.
I saw it, and then I was going, he's actually really convincing this time. So like I thought it wasn't gonna quite do it, but then I see the trailer properly, and I'm like, yep, he seems to nail it. If the Academy is willing to like look at this film at all, it might actually
win an Oscar.
He might actually have a chance of winning an Oscar, James Franco.
Yeah.
And I hate James Franco. I think he's
Why do you hate
terrible.
James Franco?
Most of the time he just plays as like a douchebag character, which I'm not saying that he's necessarily a reflection of that, but he plays douchebag characters all the time.
Well, freaking his brother. Is it Dave James? No, James is the younger one. No. Or is Dave the younger
James
one?
Franco was the one we were just talking about.
Okay, no, Dave Franco, yeah. Is that his name? It feels weird now. I don't even know if that's his name.
I think it is.
He plays all the douchey characters, like all of them. Because he was in yeah, he was all the douchey characters. So maybe that's like he isn't, yeah. He's in 21 and a bit of 22 Jump Street, but yeah, he's all the douchey characters.
I believe he's got a brief appearance in Superbad as well.
He was also in Scrubs.
Was he?
Yeah, I think it was. I mean, unless I'm thinking of another medical show, maybe he was not in Grey's Anatomy. Unless he was in Grey's Anatomy.
Oh no, he was in Scrubs.
Yeah, right, okay, yeah, he was in Scrubs.
When did this happen? Because I was a huge fan of Scrubs.
I know, probably after you stopped watching.
It might be in the 9th season, actually. If he was in the 9th season, then I didn't watch it because the show had actually finished. Yeah, he was in the 9th season. I'm just looking it up now. It's in the 9th season. That's why I don't know who was in it. Because that was when they actually for ages that was announced as a show called Medical School, which was supposed to be a spin-off, and then I think it was so unsuccessful they just called it Scrubs Season 9. But that just means it kind of ruins Season 8's ending, which was perfect.
What was Season 8's ending?
It
should have ruined it for me. I wanted to watch Scrubs. Well, it's on my long list.
Okay. Should I say anything about it?
Don't say anything!
It's got a really great finale. It's really worth it.
Stop. I think we're running out of things to say. Because I obviously didn't plan this through. I'm making a bird. Hang on. Let me finish making my bird.
Okay. Well,
because Kenji
be
was
the
saying.
climax of the thing.
Oh, yeah. My bad. That sounded really wrong. That's not what I meant, though.
How did this
Shut up. I don't know. Everything sounds wrong to me. I'm also very hungry.
Right. Fair enough.
I thought you would know. You'd like to know.
You're really prepared for this. I can see.
I am really prepared.
You haven't thought it through. So you're making a bird. Go on.
I'm making a bird.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go on top of. Yeah, that's it. That's all I had. You know.
That's it.
That's it. Oh, also my pile of receipts that I found.
Wonderful.
That's how long it's been. Okay. What else?
Cool.
What else could we possibly sham about?
I literally have no idea.
I don't have anything.
I haven't really watched anything else apart from what I've mentioned.
Let's just wrap it up now.
Let's wrap it up.
We can just wrap it up. Yeah, I'm gonna go get something to eat.
And then we'll talk about Valerian next week and say how terrible it was.
Well, I thought we were going to talk about Valerian, then we're going to go see Mother as well, if you wanted to go see Mother.
Okay, then.
Did you not want to go see? We don't have to go see Mother. I don't want to see Mother. How about you go see Mother and I just not deal with this?
You're such a chicken.
Your friend asked me to go see it with her and I said no. I'm sorry, Maddie. I'm sorry. I was so scared. She asked me to go at night as well. It's not like, oh, daybreak. Yeah, fine. She asked me to go at night to go see it. And I was like,
what's wrong with you?
No. And Kenji wasn't there. How the fuck was I, like, how? I couldn't watch it. I was going to have nightmare, like everything. Look, I'm not specifically afraid of clowns. I was never afraid of clowns. But I feel like after watching it, I would be scared of clowns.
I feel like I would have messaged Kenji at some point and said, look, just hide around the house and just be really quiet. And when she goes looking for you, just jump out at her.
Do you know, if he did that, I would not only kill him, if I didn't manage to kill him, he would never be allowed back in the house ever again. You, Kenji, you heard right. You would never be allowed, ever. I would personally see to it that we will never end up together. Like, you know, there's like these things, like, you know, in every relationship, there's a like make or break relationship moments. That would be one of them. Yeah. Like, the thing is, I don't care about certain things I don't really care about. Like, you know, a lot of things don't bother me, but I'm like, the one thing that I really don't like, I don't like being scared at all. And if he was to go do it, I'd be like, oh, nah, that's it. Like, that's literally like the one thing you should, you know, I don't care if he pranks me. I don't care if he says something stupid, if he does something stupid. Like, I can get over that. I can never, ever, ever get over him scaring me if he did that to me. Like, honestly. Just can't. Like, that's the one. I don't know why I'm so weird, but I'm just like really, really don't like to be scared. And I think
nobody knows why.
I don't know that's why. Oh no, but like, you know how some people enjoy the adrenaline that comes when you're being like jump scared or anything like that. I hate it. I just don't like. I don't understand why people enjoy it. I mean, each their own.
Jump scares are crap, but
just being scared in general.
Because they're not scary. They're just a jolt. Because it's just, you turn off all the audio.
And you know it's coming. You know it's coming. Yeah, you know it's coming, but you just like.
It's not like. Fuck. This is why you should watch The Witch from last year.
No jump scares?
I don't think it has any jump scares from what I remember, but it's just a creepy movie. It's just got atmosphere.
Probably.
Like, The Shining doesn't have any jump scares from what I remember. It's just a creepy movie.
I don't mind creepy. Like, creepy scares me, but I don't mind it because I think it's that I don't like jump scares specifically because not only are they just sort of crappy, but I also like I don't like that sudden jolt. I'd rather be creeped out because I actually love like creepy stuff. I love reading creepypasta. I like reading horror, like not horror, maybe like thriller books. Like I like reading those. I like playing video games with like I play a lot of video games, which is like no.
That does have jump scares though.
That has jump scares, and I will literally never ever sleep again. Like never sleep ever. And I already have trouble sleeping. Like I'm like severely insomniac. Like I'm a severe insomniac. I couldn't get to bed. You're so tired after you watch the film last night.
Mm-hmm.
Go home, take a shower, take my makeup off, get in my pajamas. I'm exhausted because the night before I had gone to bed at like 2-3 a.m. and I woke up at like 8:30. So I was already like dead.
Mm-hmm.
And I was trying so hard to sleep, and I was like, I can't sleep. I just can't. And then Kenji's trying to get me to sleep, but as he's trying to get me to sleep, he falls asleep, and I'm just like, there is just no God. There's no God left in this world for me. I'm just destined to never go to bed ever again. I did fall asleep eventually, but it like took so much effort. I actually had to like force myself, like just be like, do not think about anything, just sleep.
Yeah, maybe just chill out a bit. I don't know.
I was like trying to, but I was just getting like really upset about it. I don't even know what I was getting upset about. I just remember I got upset because Kenji fell asleep, and I'm like, why'd you fall asleep? I'm trying to sleep. Ah. That's my life. Trying to see, my eyeliner is like not matching, but okay. Do you ever have that? You probably don't ever have that problem, Ren. But like this eyeliner is like darker than this eye. Unless if I just turn that way, that's better. I just turn that way permanently. But yeah.
Yeah, I don't have that problem, so I can't relate.
Yeah, but like,
Were you perhaps just lying awake because you were just thinking about Valerian the whole time?
No.
I think why? Just why?
Fucking. Because I don't think about bullshit like that.
Anyway,
Kenji's like, Ren, thanks for the point with the clowns. And I'm like, I'm seriously, Kenji, if you ever scare me like that, I will personally just like, don't even talk to me. Just don't even talk to me after that. Because you would be dead. You would literally be dead to me. Yeah. I might go see Witch if it doesn't have any jump scares. The Witch.
Well, I mean, it's out on like DVD and Blu-ray.
Yeah.
And stuff. It's
on Netflix. I watch on Netflix.
Might be. I don't know. I feel like I've seen it there, but I haven't, because I actually have it. I haven't needed to watch it on Netflix.
It's true.
It's really good. It's very well acted. They speak like they would have spoken back in that period of like very early American, like pioneer era stuff. Like because they're English.
Yeah.
But they speak like old English, and like the kids speak it, and the kids are really great. The acting of the kids is really great. The parents are great. It's just really well done.
That's good. I'm just like, okay.
Well, shall we leave it there?
We should wrap it up, because I have nothing else left to say, and I'm hungry.
Excellent. Okay, let's leave it there.
Cool. So next Thursday. Oh, actually, before you leave, I was going to ask if you wanted to change the date of that we release the podcast.
Sure. You can do it like.
Is that what you want? Is that what you want? I don't know what you want because you've been trying. I feel like because you work Thursdays now, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, so it's a bit harder now for you to post on a Thursday. So I didn't know if you wanted to post really
on Thursday morning, basically.
Yeah,
so nothing else is happening in the afternoon.
Yeah, so do you want to change it so it's Thursday evening then, or?
Yeah, we'll do it Thursday evening.
Yeah, we'll just
Thursday evening.
Yeah. Okay. Fine.
So you can have a listen to us waffle on when we come home.
Yes.
Right, leave it there.
Okay, bye.
So, yeah.
Sub podcast. Bye.